Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect out there listening, learning, and also teaching this word in sincerity and truth. And the sincere hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahushai, especially in these last days. And it's going to be a quick news update. Which I got from I was watching a bit of Patrick Humphrey, and he was talking about this one. I'm subscribed to him on YouTube because I watch a lot of his videos. It was put onto him by Elder Apostle Tahar, because there's certain videos that you come across where it's just like you get alternative news that's pretty much very, very accurate in terms of what's going on in these last days. And we gotta we're commanded to be watchmen, so we gotta keep our eyes open, our ear keep our ear to the ground, if you will, and report anything that we see and what we hear, because ultimately we're in that time where Esau wants to push forward with his NWO agenda. But like the scripture says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know that he wants, all out chaos, especially in these major cities. So without further ado, let's go into this foxnews.com news article here. It says crisis in California. It says a Hamas style attack could happen to us. Border mayor warns as migrant surge continues. So because of this migrant surge, you got migrants just being allowed to flood in and cross the borders into America, into the States, which is causing nothing but division. Pretty much they're saying, look, a Hamas style attack could actually happen, and you got a lot of the bloodshed that's happening to the Palestinians over there in the so-called Middle East, and America are top allies to the small hats, the JJs over there, currently possessing the land of Israel, which they are heathen in that land, and they're being made to look, or it's being exposed, or they're being exposed for the devils that they really are. Because now the whole world is pretty much shifting their support towards those that are being oppressed over there. Them Palestinians, which a lot of them could be Jake as well, which we believe that because we're scattered among all these different nations. But the scriptures say that heathens devour our land in our presence. See, we're in a time now where the Lord is about to make his return, and this is the reason why these things are happening. This is why you got great confusion on the earth. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a scripture real quick. This is 2 Ezra 16. Let me get you this one first. 2 Ezra 16 and 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth. Which victuals is talking about what? Your food, provisions, what you need to get by day. You can get them for a somewhat affordable price at the moment, and I say that lightly, because things seems like the prices are going up, but really it's the value of the money that we're using that's going down, because Esau, he set up a money printing system that constantly devalues the money that we use, this fiat currency. Okay, so it says that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even that's that peace and safety, but you got people, thinking themselves to be in good case. All right, but check what the scripture says. It says, even then shall evils grow up on the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So we're in that time, we're in that time where these people out here, they're greatly confused. All right, let's keep reading. This is San Diego County, California. It says the surge of migrants across the southern border, including those who aren't caught by immigration officials, presents a clear national security threat, California officials told Fox News. I don't think it's out of the question to believe that a Hamas-style attack could well, that happened on October the 7th, could happen to us. El Cajon Mayor, or Cajon Mayor, and congressional candidate Bill Wells said that another 9/11 style attack or something we've never seen before could happen. I'm not trying to scaremonger, but I think you'd have to be foolish not to believe that, he added. So you're hearing government officials come out and tell you that, there's going to be a Hamas style attack or a scale of a 9/11 type of attack that's going to come to the soils of America. So they're letting you know that shit's about to pop off. All right, and all you people out there, you thought that we were chatting shit and whatever, you're gonna have to witness the fear of the Lord. Because why do I say it's the fear of the Lord? Because ultimately, when these things go down, especially in these cities, we know we got to read Amos 3:6. All right, but the scripture says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, have not done it?" Because man's goings out of the Lord, right? So if man's goings out of the Lord, then these things that are going to be shaking up these cities, these things that are going to be happening, guess what? The Lord's going to be, orchestrating that. And this is why we fear the Lord, because we don't want to get caught up in that calamity. See, the scripture says the angels encampeth about them that fear him and delivereth them. Fear the Lord, fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's Psalms 34:7. All right, see the elect, the scripture speak about knowing therefore the terror of the Lord do we persuade men. All right, it says crisis in California, migrants overwhelming state with no end in sight, local officials warned. Border Patrol Chief Jason Owens last month described not knowing who is crossing the southern border illegally as a national security threat. What's keeping me up at night is 140,000 known gotaways so far in fiscal year 2024. So they're saying, look, there's 140,000 known gotaways so far in 2024, man. So there's 140,000 gotaways that they don't even know who's running around in the soil of America. All right. So the potential of a 9/11 scale attack is super high right now. All right. The antennas are going up. All right. And see, that's like that peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Okay. Let me get a scripture. What's that? 1 Thessalonians. And I'm going to make this video very, very quick. All right. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So that's what's going to happen to these people, man. One day, you walking around, you doing your, your day-to-day things that you usually do, and that whatever, you wake up, you brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever. You might be on your way to work, coming back from work. You going through the routines, going through the motions of life. Then all of a sudden, it's like the day the earth stood still, to the point where people are just going to be glued to the TV screens because of a massive attack. They're warning that's going to happen. So they always put things out and they let the public know before they do things. They put it in movies, like they show you in The Children of Men. Okay, like they show you in London has fallen, Olympus has fallen. They always show you these things with, it's like a normal, so-called quote-unquote normal type of day. Then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose out of nowhere. And before you know it, you got the authorities out there with flashing lights and ambulance services, police, army, and they're trying to combat, people that are pretty much, shedding blood on the soils of your cities where you were supposed to be safe, or you thought you were safe. You see, and that's why the scriptures are saying this. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. And ultimately, that's going to happen when, the Lord comes back. Because the scriptures tell you that it's going to be a time like no other since there was a nation. You see, when the Lord invades this place, that's when, the scripture says that men's hearts shall fail them for fear. All right. So let's keep going here. It says, Owen said during a face-to-face nation, during a Face the Nation interview on CBS, referring to migrants who trigger sensors are seen on camera crossing the border but not taken into custody. Border Patrol doesn't know what those individuals are bringing into the country, nor what their intentions are in the United States, and there's been people that have been on terrorist watch lists that have actually been known to cross the borders. Like you had that one individual that he got questioned at the border, and he said, "Look, what you doing in this country?" And then the individual that got questioned by the journalist, he said, "Look, you don't know who I am, but soon you're gonna know who I am." All right, and then not to mention you got all the support flooding to them Palestinians, worldwide. You got people that are, shoulder to shoulder marching, in protest in support of the Palestinians in response to what's happening over there in the so-called Middle East. And how you got the small hats just bombing the hell out of them. So, you can have quote unquote radicalization off the back of that to the point where these people, floods of sympathy are going to be flowing towards those Palestinians, which we're not, we have nothing to do with them. I'm just going to put it out there like that. But at the end of the day, what makes you think that, America being, the top supporter of the small hats over there, the nation of Israel, all right, or the small hats, all right, let me say the state of Israel. I'm not going to say because we are the nation of Israel, but I'm talking about them small hats, these imposters, if you will. What makes you think that, America being their top allies, which even America is telling, look, Netanyahu to chill, but he ain't chilling. All right, but them being, guilty by association, being their top ally, the finger is gonna point towards Babylon. Okay, so things are gonna start popping off. It's a someday we're going to get a rude awakening. All right, that was from Jim Desmond. All right, San Diego County Supervisor. Desmond has visited the border and transit stations where migrants have been dropped, seeing and talking with people from Haiti, India, Pakistan, China, and other countries. Communist China is not always our friend. All right, and there's tensions there, he said. To have many of their people just walking across our border, maybe they have good intentions, but maybe they don't. All right, so it's looking, the future is looking very, very uncertain for Babylon the Great. Okay, remember the scripture says, because iniquity shall abound. Let me get that scripture. Like I said, I want to make this video very quick, and I'm going to close it out in a minute. All right, this is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, so get ready to, experience some purge-like scenarios, especially in these major cities, man. Get ready to start seeing the love of many waxing cold. Okay, in the response to iniquity abounding in these last days, man. And really, ultimately, it's the Lord that's having that happen. We just read it in Amos 3:6. Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it? Let me get you another one to go with that. Alright, this is going to be in 2nd Ezra 15. And I'm going to start from 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, you're going to have certain checkpoints in response to all-out chaos. You're going to have tanks, armies on the streets. You're going to have checkpoints, pretty much, chipping stations. Why do I say chipping stations? Because they're going to push out that chip in response to chaos. Remember, Esau works with order of chaos. The more chaotic the situation is, the more order, or the new world order that he's going to come with. And he's going to force these people out here to get chipped. Alright, that's why the scripture says he causeth all, both small and great, free and bond, right? To receive a mark in their right hand. Alright, I ain't literally talking about your right hand, it's talking about your dominant hand. Alright, so it could be your right hand, left hand. There's another scripture that says hands. Alright. So it says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see that? So because of these people's pride, man, see, the Lord is going to introduce them to a world of pain. Especially you wicked of our people, man. The scripture says the same must know it after death by pain. It says, remember this scripture says that judgment shall begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? Alright, and who is this good news for? It's for the, it's for the nation of Israel, but starting with the elect. But you see, you got the wicked of our people that reject this knowledge. That's why the Lord said in Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So they're going to be introduced to a world of pain. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. You're going to have food shortages, cannibalism, people taking matters into their own hands in order to feed their families, protect their loved ones, and so on and so forth. So things are going to get real, purgy out here. Purge-like scenarios are going to take place. And because of that pride, the Lord is going to introduce a world of trouble. Remember, we're coming to the time of Jacob's trouble. This is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, 2024. All right, so can it pop off this year? Hell yeah, man. And that's what we hope for. So, that's what I wanted to do. Just wanted to keep it sweet, straight and to the point. Quick news update: crisis in California, man. They're straight up warning you on Fox News. This is mainstream media. This was put up yesterday, April the 8th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, you got government officials coming out and telling you, look, man, there's going to be Hamas-style attacks that could happen. All right, and you'd be really stupid not to believe that or not to think like that. Something that we've never seen before that could happen. All right, what was said? I'm not trying to scaremonger, but I think you'd have to be foolish not to believe that, all right, because of the amount of people that are flooding across them borders, man. And ultimately, we know that why this is happening is ordo ab chao, man. Be not ignorant of Satan's devices. The Apostle Paul warned us about being circumspect. See then that you walk circumspectly, as wise and not as fools, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right, so Christ is in California. Can it pop off? We hope it does. We hope that things get. Hey, because remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. Yahweh Shai, his return. Things have to get worse before they get better for us. Yahweh Shai comes back and gathers his elect. Matthew 24 and 30 goes into that. Alright, so with that, I pray you were edified. Just a quick news update. Like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. Crisis in California. They're warning of new 9/11 scale type of attacks that could happen. Telling you that you'd be a fool not to think like that. Or not to believe that. Alright? So with that, shalom to the elect.